We need to be prepared right now for a massive move on Bitcoin, on the crypto markets in general, on the S&P 500, on the dollar, because right now these charts are looking spicier than a bowl full of jalapenos. These charts are looking crazier than this picture of me back in college when I was majoring in trans non-carbon binary emission studies. And it actually has me more excited than the time me and Carl from the moon drove his Maserati to McDonald's. By the way, the movie will be in theaters soon. I'm going to be talking about how I plan to trade these markets. I'm going to talk about the Bitcoin short trade that I'm currently still in, the short trade we gave in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I'm going to update you on the long trade that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, as well as the short on the S&P 500 that we also gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord last week. I'm going to be telling you what I expect to happen for the markets this week and the exact trades that I am looking to enter. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the juiciest and the most timely market updates here on YouTube. We will start on the weekly chart, and let us paint a picture to get some context of the crucial point that we are currently at right now across all markets. The Bitcoin price had come up for the past few months, knocking into this very important key area of resistance for 3 years. This has been the most important level for Bitcoin, around $31,000. It was support all through the end of the bull market. Once we hit that all-time high, it got flipped into resistance, and from this time, we have not been able to reclaim that level. And when we take a look at the last time we actually came up to hit this level, look at the weekly candles. We do not see a candle close. We only see the candles wicking, right? We get a really fast wick up, and then price comes down. This is known as a chicken's drinking water pattern. A chicken's drinking water pattern is where the price looks like a chicken drinking water. If you ever seen a chicken drink water, you'll see that she takes her beak, he or she, right? I'm not trying to discriminate here, will take her beak and dip it down to the water really quickly. Watch. Boom. Okay, chicken put her head into the water. Now you might think the chicken's beak is going to make a higher high and close that weekly candle, but what does she do? She takes her beak out and laps up the water, and that's exactly what we have seen happening on the price. Now, when we take a look also at market Cipher B on the weekly time frame, we see something very concerning. As the price is unable to close a higher high at this key area of support, and as the chickens are drinking water at this key level, market Cipher B is printing the dreaded bald-headed Gary Gensler pattern, whereas the price is getting higher and the chickens are drinking at key resistance. Gary Gensler doesn't know. Is it a security? Is it not? He doesn't know. His head is getting lower. His hair is getting grayer. His smile is more and more photoshopped. Clearly a bearish sign. And so from that point, we have gotten a move down on Bitcoin. Now, this is super key because as you can see, we have come down to test another beautiful support resistance flip, okay? Now, if you've been following us in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we gave the short trade from the exact top. That short trade right now is currently still open. And when we came down to this key area of support, 24,925, we also gave that long trade if we saw certain bullish things on market Cipher B. I wanted to see 4 very specific things when I gave this trade setup, bullish divergences on these timeframes. And that's in fact what we did see. So we are at a very important place because we are in between major resistance. And if we take a look throughout the entirety of the bear market, we are right now at a major key support resistance flip right around $25,000. And what happens here is going to determine what happens for the rest of, in my opinion, the year. I have pulled up here for Bitcoin my grand master plan, where basically from the high that we put in, I'm looking for eventually, of course we're going to zig and zag along the way down, eventually a pretty significant move to the downside before we actually enter into the bull market early next year. And as you can see, I'm currently still holding the long trade that we gave in the Casper Crew last week, and potentially I'm looking for a target at around $30,000. So let's talk about some potential trades that we have in this area, because right now, like I said, the price is looking spicier in the box of jalapenos. By the way, shout out to everybody in the Casper Crew who took the long trade from the exact high, who also took the long trade from the exact low. Guys, if you want to join the community, you can go to JaysonCasperTrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join the VIP Discord. We don't give signals. We give our trade setups. We tell you what we're looking for at a level. We have multiple instructors in here who are live streaming multiple times a day, walking you through their mindset, why they're looking for trades. It's a great, great educational resource. And if you want to learn how to trade this way, check out the courses, guys. Great educational content on here for myself and other instructors. We are happy to announce PHEMEX's Smart Money Approach to Trading Crypto, one of the most comprehensive courses I have ever seen in my life, over 80 videos of content. Make sure to check it out if you are interested. Also, guys, I'm currently right now trading on MEXC and BingX. MEXC, the best deal on fees you can get if you know how to trade and you are looking for an amazing deal on fees. Link in the pinned comment and description. Also, if you want to trade traditional markets like the S&P 500, like NASDAQ, stocks and Forex, but you want to use your cryptocurrency instead of opening up a traditional account, BingX is the way to go. Shout out to everybody in the Casper crew shorting the S&P 500 setup that we gave also in advance last week. Now, in the midst of this bearishness, guys, we have come down, like I said, to the key level of support, and we are doing so with a very bullish pattern, actually, on the daily time frame on Market Cipher B. We have a very deep momentum wave and then a more shallow momentum wave as the price is getting lower, strangely actually resembling a pair of uneven butt cheeks, where we have a voluptuous, nice, big, full of gravy and ravioli butt cheek on the left, followed by a skinny butt cheek on the right. Very skinny. The butt cheek has kind of like a raspy voice and a Brooklyn accent. You know, kind of like that waitress at the diner. You know the one I'm talking about? Hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee. Right? See, what happens is when the price is coming down to the key level support, got the Market Cipher B looking kind of like this. Look at where the tip money is over here in the right-hand side in that small butt cheek. You could clearly see the price getting high over time, like the cigarette smoking. That's exactly what we got on the Market Cipher B as we came down to a key level, which means this, guys, we should be looking for a retracement. We should be looking for a little bit move to the upside from here. And yes, we may have gotten it so far, but we need to understand that just above us, we have a massive level of confluence. When we are looking for trades, we cannot know for certain what price is going to do. That's out of our control. What is in our control as traders is being able to analyze a chart and saying, if the price comes up to a level where I see a lot of things pointing to the fact that this is an important level, then I will be looking for a trade. Okay, so right now, if the price makes its way up to this $30,000 level, 29 to 30K, we need to be looking for a trade. Why? Because we've put in a major high with the Gary Gensler pattern. We know it's kind of bearish here, right? But we also know that we've changed market structure into bearish market structure. And so we should be looking for that lower high to come in. And if we're going to get that lower high, no better place than the confluence between the Fibonacci golden pocket and the value area high of the range, right around that $29,000 to $30,000 level. In addition, we can see that there's a lot of liquidity here in the market, aka people who shorted and have put their stop losses above this high, and above this high, and above this high, and above this high. What does that mean? It means if next week we start to get a short squeeze, we could very easily continue to squeeze to the point where we come to this level. And if we do come up to that level, what do we want to see on the chart? We actually want to see exactly what we're starting to see on the chart right now, which is money flow getting lower and momentum waves getting lower on Market Cipher B as the price continues to get higher, right? So if we continue to see these bear signs next week as the price continues to get higher, that very well may be the lower high that we're looking for. Now, we also need to keep in mind the fact that locally, we are also printing a bearish rising wedge. This is very bearish looking market structure, and we currently are actually still getting the bearish divergences on the 1 hour. So right now, we need to be aware of the fact that this thing could break down, and if it does break down, well, we'd be looking for a target back down around this key zone of support, right around 25.4. So for me, I am currently would love to short 29 to 30K, and I also need to be aware of the fact that if this wedge breaks down, it's coming right into the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, and this is where I want to be looking for, once again on those lower time frames, the uneven butt cheek pattern to get me into a long trade. So right now, one of my plans for trading this price action in the coming week is basically going to look for a long around $25.4 thousand, long it up to around 29, preferably like $30,000, and then short it back down, actually add to the short trade I'm currently in right now from 31,750 down to potentially a lower low below $25,000. I'm also leaning a bit more bearish here on the S&P 500 and a little bit more bullish here on the dollar. Guys, if you want my complete in-depth analysis and trading plans for these markets, make sure to join the Casper Group VIP Discord. It's a great resource. All right, guys, I'm a huge proponent of being as self-sufficient as possible. That's one of the reasons why I got into trading, and I'm a huge proponent of raising your own animals, growing your own food, producing as much of your own assets as possible. And here's one of the things that I do every single day to become more and more self-sufficient. All right, y'all, it is a beautiful morning out here on the homestead. And one of the best things you can grow to become more self-sufficient is going to be winter squash. The reason why is because it's very, very easy to grow. It's very, very prolific, and it's very nutrient dense. The flesh of the squash is full of nutrients, carbohydrates, but you can also eat the seeds, which have fat and protein. So you've got all three macronutrients in one crop. So today I'm going to be harvesting a lot of these squash. I've actually been letting them kind of sit out here in the field, curing in the sun for quite some time. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them. Now, a few things I do want to say about growing squash. A lot of people ask me, Jason, how are you able to keep the squash bugs away from your squash? Well, the truth is, guys, I don't. And if you can see right here, the squash vines are pretty much dead from the squash bugs. So here's what I do to basically keep this as easy as possible. I plant direct sow the squash seeds a little bit later in the season, and it allows them to grow. It allows the fruit to become mature, and then the squash bugs inevitably do come, and they eat the vines, but the squash are fully mature by the time the squash bugs have destroyed the vine, and then you can just let them cure and you can let them store over the winter. And I actually have squash right now from last year that's still good sitting on my counter, and I found that the direct sow late in the season is actually better for the squash long term. So, you know, a lot of people start them inside and then move them out after Mother's Day. For me, I won't direct sow them until maybe the middle end of June. So guys, I think it's super important that everybody's goal is to become more self-sufficient in general. You don't have to do it all at once, but you can take baby steps to get there. Right now, me and my family are at a point where we're able to produce for ourselves a little bit more than half of everything we eat in an entire year, and we're moving toward increasing that more and more. So that being said, that's it for today's video. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!